Hi, my name is Robin Wong. I'm a photographer based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In this video, I want to talk about what Micro Four Thirds system should do in order to move forward. Let's do this! If you've been following me for a while, if you've watched a few videos on this channel, you will realize that I'm one of the biggest Micro Four Thirds supporter out there. I've been using Micro Four Thirds system for almost 10 years now, and I still shoot with Micro Four Thirds as my main workhorse for my professional paid jobs. I believe in the Micro Four Thirds system. I love that they are so small, so light, and yet they deliver professional grade results. I really like that Micro Four Thirds system. They have always tried to push the imaging technology boundaries. They push the image stabilization system, they push the computational photography, they push all aspects of photography, and yet somehow they fail to deliver the products that please the majority of the evolving market out there. Things have changed so much since the beginning of Micro Four Thirds system. I just feel that there are things that they need to adapt, there are changes they need to do, and there are certain features they need to use or put in their system to make sure that they move forward and stay competitive and put them at the top place as the main choice for anyone out there to adopt Micro Four Thirds system. I believe there is a future for Micro Four Thirds system, and I still see that the system is a very capable professional photography and videography tool. Number one, Panasonic, you need to quickly adapt the face detect autofocus in your Micro Four Thirds cameras. It was such a joy to hear that the S5 Mark II, the Panasonic latest full frame camera, finally has a built-in face detect feature which will greatly enhance the continuous autofocus tracking for both stills and video shooting. We need this same face detect autofocus in your Micro Four Thirds camera. After all, Panasonic has been known as the powerhouse for video shooting. In terms of video specifications, they got everything else nailed down. They have everything else figured out except the face detect autofocus. I know that some people will argue, hey, serious videographers, they don't care about autofocus, they use manual lenses, all these cinema grade lenses, they are all using manual focus. But you have to realize that a lot of these products, especially Micro Four Thirds products, they are not targeted towards cinematographers or people who are into Hollywood production or making videos for TV programs. You have to realize that we are content creators, YouTubers, people making videos for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We don't need cinema grade cameras, and for those Hollywood grade production, they have different set of cameras and tools to satisfy their needs. Now what this Micro Four Thirds system caters is for the mass majority, and you are missing out not having face detect autofocus because as a YouTuber, as a one-man crew, I don't have assistants. As I set up the camera on the tripod, I just have to click the record button and start talking and not to worry if my face will be out of focus or not. Now I'm recording on this EM5 Mark III, and I wish this same reliability is on the Panasonic cameras as well. Number two, I personally believe that Panasonic and Olin Digital Solutions are missing out when it comes to making a street photography-centric camera. Look at what Ricoh is doing. Look at what Fuji is doing. They make cameras for street photographers. The Ricoh GR3, GR3X has gained a cult following. And even the Fuji X100 has always been popular among street photographers who shoot with 35mm equivalent focal length. Now, if these cameras, they can make it with APS-C size image sensor, I'm sure Micro Four Thirds sensor, which champions cameras and lenses that are really small, they can make it even better. I'm just thinking that they are missing a huge chance here. Now think about this. OM Digital Solutions or Panasonic making a really small camera like a Ricoh GR3 or GR3X. They put in their really high quality sharp lens, making it an f2 or f1.8 lens, make it 28mm equivalent or 35mm equivalent, or maybe even 50mm equivalent if they can. Knowing OM Digital Solutions, they'll put in the magnesium alloy body, which will be really rugged. They'll include weather sealing, tilt screen, built-in electronic viewfinder, powerful 5-axis image stabilization, and all kinds of computational photography to make it a really compelling, pocketable, slim, really light, and yet powerful street photography machine, which I think will blow anything away from Fuji or Ricoh or anyone else. Number 3, we need a significant improvement when it comes to image sensor performance. In terms of image sensor, the Micro Four Thirds, whatever they put in the cameras in the past 5 or 6 years, they have remained stagnant. Now, if you look at all other competitors from Fuji, from Canon, from Sony, from Nikon, everyone is coming out with better, newer, updated sensors with more resolution, better dynamic range, and high ISO performance. Now, I'm not saying that we need 100 megapixels. I'm not saying that we need like 25 stops of dynamic range, or we want to shoot clean 1 million high ISO. No, that's besides the point. What I want to see is progress. Now, it's very, very frustrating to see that the current latest from OM Digital Solution, which is the OM1 camera, in terms of image quality, if you look side by side, it is not much different from what we can achieve from, say, the Olympus EM1 Mark II. It was released in 2016, that's 7 years ago. In terms of 7 years, no improvement of resolution, no improvement of dynamic range, and I know some people say, I'm very high ISO, you can see that the grain is better, the colors are better, yada yada, but are you gonna tell me that there is like a huge improvement? Even there is like a tiny improvement. I want significant improvement. Is it too hard to ask for, say, one stop, better dynamic range, one stop, clear stop? I don't think it is impossible. It is time somehow, someone has to do this. As a professional photographer, using these equipments for my professional shoots, I do want the best of the best. And staying with Micro Four Thirds system, I know it comes with some compromise. But hey, I think it is time for Panasonic or OM Digital Solutions to really look into the image sensor technology and come up with a better solution. Number 4, we need more compact and weather-sealed Micro Four Thirds lenses. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this trend. Both Panasonic and OM Digital Solutions, they've been releasing some really huge, really heavy, and overpriced lenses for Micro Four Thirds for the past few years. And I understand that these lenses are catered towards the professional market. Some lenses with bright aperture and incredibly extreme ends of the focal length, like super long lens or super wide lens, they cannot be too small. I get it, you need to make the lens to be a certain size to have better technical flow control or to maintain certain sharpness. I get it. But you know what? The thing that makes Micro Four Thirds truly stand out from the crowd is the tiny lenses, and talking about the really small and compact lenses. We can start with updating the f1.8 prime lenses and make them weather sealed. Say from the Olympus 17, 25, 45, 75 f1.8 lenses, these are really small, really compact, gorgeous lenses. Everyone loves them. It only has one problem. These lenses are not weather sealed. Why don't we make a 12 f2 Mark II or 17 f1.8 Mark II, 25, 45, 75 f1.8 Mark II, and make them weather sealed? Like maybe update the optical formula a little bit to make it a little bit sharper, or even maybe, I don't know, make them somehow better built or something, because like the 25 and 45 f1.8, these lenses are made of plastic. Hey, make them metal, make them weather sealed, sell them slightly more expensive, I will buy them in an instant, right? Start from there, and then we can fill in the gaps. Now, I know that in Micro Four Thirds, one of the strengths is that we have many lens choices. It is not lack of options, but we can always make more compact lenses, and I can appreciate more pancake lenses. And because Micro Four Thirds system, they are truly small, truly compact, the sensor size is so much smaller. To make the lens to cover the smaller image circle, it is so much easier to make smaller lenses. Now I really think that having more choices of truly compact weather sealed lenses will push Micro Four Thirds further. And finally, I know that number 5 is going to be a huge ask, and I've actually mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again. Both Panasonic and OM Digital Solutions, they need to set aside their differences. They need to sit down and really work together and figure things out. They are not enemies. They are allies. They are working in the same format, Micro Four Thirds system. Now, if they don't work together, if they don't get this shit together, I don't know how they're gonna compete in the ever-changing market. Sony is going to grow more and more. They're going to be more and more successful. Canon, Nikon have already moved into mirrorless, and their mirrorless full-frame cameras options are getting stronger and stronger. They're releasing more lenses. Fuji is also not doing too bad. Now they're releasing some of the really incredible cameras like the H2 cameras, right? Sorry, not very easy for me, a non-native English speaker, to pronounce certain letters, but you get my point. All these camera manufacturers, they're releasing more and more incredible options out there. And what this Panasonic and OM Digital Solutions, there are so many incompatibilities. Look at the problems that we have, like a Panasonic lens with the aperture ring, and this aperture ring you cannot control on Olympus or on Digital Solutions bodies. The image stabilization compatibility issues, like certain lenses, you can't have sync IS or dual IS from Panasonic lens on Olympus or on Digital Solutions bodies. There's so many issues there and here. It just doesn't make sense. They are both in the same family, Panasonic and OM Digital Solutions. If they just come together, pour in their resources, really figure out how to move forward, I think Micro Four Thirds system will benefit a lot more, and we, the consumers, will definitely win even more. That's all I have to share about how Micro Four Thirds systems can actually move forward and be stronger in the current market situation. Hey, I'm just a photographer in Malaysia. What do I know? Let me know what you think. Do you agree or disagree with my points? Or if you have anything more to add, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And hey, let's have a healthy discussion. If you found my sharing beneficial, if you've enjoyed this discussion, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal. Links in the description below on how you can do that. Any small contribution goes a long way. It will definitely help me to continue making content on this channel. Until the next one, please go out and take more photographs. Bye-bye.